He's a good pastor and he's a good teacher. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He's a good pastor. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He's nice and he's a good principal. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He's really big and he's really strong. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He has a lot of cool stuff about science and that he's a really good pastor. He supports the school a lot. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Whenever he tells us stories in Wednesday, he makes it interesting and usually does a magic trick, and that's what's cool about him. Happy birthday!
I like Pastor Shaun because he's loyal and he makes really good decisions for the school.
Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun!
I like Pastor Shaun because his office is like a museum, and when I go up there to talk to him, he's cool about it. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun!
Well, he's usually pretty nice to me, and he's always teaching us new things. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He's a very great guy, and he just blesses the school. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Because he's older, he's wiser, and he knows more about God than most of us. Happy birthday.
He looks awesome, and he's awesome, and he keeps people straight. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He's amazing, he's smart, he's very strong, he's interesting. Happy birthday.
He's my hero because he's like a role model of what Jesus is like. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Yeah, he fixed me up last year pretty much with my anger issues and all that good stuff. It took some discipline, yeah, but I think he's cool. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Well, just because he has encouraged me and taught me stuff I never knew, and just encouraged me to do better and become a better man. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun, and thank you.
He's cool and he's really strong. He always knows how to talk to you, like personalize things. Yeah, he can always give you good advice. He's very wise. Happy birthday.
Just like he's a spiritual leader, and just like he's really helped me. Like talking to like my own godly family and just like telling them like what I should say and stuff. So it helps, yeah. Happy birthday.
He also helps you overcome your fears that you're hard with. Like on the retreat that we just took a while back, he helped me overcome my fear of heights. Still a fear, but I was able to overcome that. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
You can tell that he has like a passion for his faith and he knows what he's talking about. I think that's pretty cool. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
If you ask him a question, he gets the Bible to back it up. He doesn't just say, okay, I'm right. He tells you to look it up. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
He's strong in his faith and he knows what he believes, and I think that's very important in life. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Your faith is inspiring, and I see you working hard and doing everything that you do for the school and for the church every day, and I know how hard you work, and we just appreciate that. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun. We love you.
Papa Shaun
He's awesome to awesome. He's just an inspiration to those around him. He really encourages you to be a real Christian and to be bold in your faith. So that's really inspiring. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun!
When I imagine a hero, I imagine him to be strong and brave and bold and carry a sword, and Pastor Shaun has all of those things. If you've seen his office, he's just, you know, the type of guy you would want to be alongside in battle with. Pastor Shaun, I appreciate you and happy birthday.
He never fails to convict me. Like every time I'm sitting there, I sit right in front of him when he's teaching in youth group, and he's like, everything he says just cuts to my heart, and it's just so convicting listening to him. And every time I see him, he's the kind of Christian that I want to live up to. Pastor Shaun, happy birthday. Thank you for the inspiration that you are in my life.
One of the things I really admire about him is he's not afraid to be like a kid again. He's always willing to get into whatever we're doing so he can kind of understand us as teenagers. And being around him never gets boring, to say the least. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Pastor Shaun is awesome because he is heroic for us. I love that he fights for us, for the school, for the families, for the staff, and I just love that about him. But we love you, Pastor Shaun. Happy birthday.
He is very accessible to a lot of the students that want to talk with him, that have genuine questions about faith, life. I know myself on more than one occasion in moments of crises or moments of difficulties of life have really reached out to Shaun to talk about, hey, what does this mean? How do I address this? What should I do? Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun.
Pastor Shaun's my hero because he has been a huge father figure in my life for as long as I can remember. In a time when I was just a really young, angsty kind of teenage guy, he took me in and discipled me despite the fact that I was kind of freaky. He poured into me, and I think that he sees the potential in everyone, and that's a quality that I think as Christians that we should all see people as being not of the flesh but of the Spirit, and I think that's a quality that Pastor Shaun has, and that's really what makes him heroic to me, is he doesn't regard anyone according to the flesh but according to the potential that they have in the Spirit. Happy birthday, Pastor Shaun. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for teaching us the gospel and being an awesome, loving headmaster.
One time for Halloween, he dressed up as a cupcake. It was his birthday, and my mom dressed up as a cookie man because he loves cookies. So.
And I like when he dressed up as the Cookie Monster on his birthday.
I think I got in trouble one time and he was laughing about it or something.
Oh yeah, when he dressed up as a sumo.
The time he dressed up as a sumo wrestler. He looked fat.
He has a lot of swords in his office.
Too crazy over me, but like stepping on mouse traps.
Okay, I don't really know like funny stories, but the way he says your name, like my name, whenever he talks to me and it's really serious, he has a specific way of saying it which makes you feel really special. So.
Well, I think it was my first year. I bought some silly string stuff, you know, that you spray, and we like covered him in it. It was cool.
Well, that was funny whenever he got that big cookie for his birthday, and then like his wife wouldn't let him eat all the cookies he got.
I think that the funny stories about him is like the things he comes up with Extreme Team, like the things he has us do, like eat a worm and then make us scream to make other people scared. That was pretty funny.
He dresses up like so much. Like when we have like dress up days or anything, he like goes all out, and I just always think that's funny.
He told us one in science. He poured gasoline and he didn't get out of this pond right away, and it blew up. His eyebrows and everything were gone. So, yeah.
Let me see. He called me Anna for the first year of my life that I knew him. He still calls me Anna when I tell him that he has a cowboy hat.
One story in particular, Dorothy might get mad at me for sharing this, but when we were on our mission trip in England, we had just cleaned up after breakfast, and Dorothy, just in a really fun, really funny way, just starts beating up Pastor Shaun. She's just like, I'm gonna teach you a lesson, and she starts beating him up. And like, she's like, you girls, you go upstairs because I have to teach him a lesson. Shaun, you're coming with me outside. So they go outside, and we like sneak to the window, and we like watch this whole thing, and like, it was probably like a good 5 minutes of Dorothy just like jumping around and just like punching him. And then like he finally just had enough, and he just like grabbed Dorothy and like threw her over his shoulder and just like kind of just came in, and Dorothy's just like kicking him and punching him. It's like, put me down. It was really funny.
Pastor Shaun wrestling James Blanton, and we were at the swimming pool during Extreme Team, and they just started going at it kind of at random, and the lifeguards saw what they were doing and like had to come and break it up. So it was kind of like
When we were on our England trip for the missions trip, we were staying with Daniel and Sonia Trinidad. We decided to have some arm wrestling contests one day. Daniel's like this big guy who like works out a ton, is helping out, you know. And so him and Pastor Shaun were like, hey, Pastor Shaun, you arm wrestle Daniel and see how that happens, you know. So so they go at it, and for like years, it seems, they're just like right there in the center. And finally at the end, Pastor Shaun's arm starts like going down, and we're like, no, Pastor Shaun. And then finally Daniel wins, and everyone is heartbroken. But that's okay, because Pastor Shaun is still a hero.
Yeah, I remember when we were in Peru. It was the first time I ever gone on a mission trip, done anything of that sort. We finally got to Pucallpa, and which is one of the little cities that we were at there. And I heard him talking with Dorothy and one of the pastors that was local there. And I heard something about people thinking we were gonna eat their children. And so I come to Shaun, and I'm like, so like, is this true? Like, are we like in danger? People think we're gonna like try to harm them, and they're gonna harm us? It's like, maybe, we'll see.
No funny stories, but we were going to do cookies again this year, but for whatever reason it got banned, and I'm thinking Dorothy has something to do with that, so I'm sorry.
Extreme Team always yields a pretty funny story, and I remember one time in particular, we were showering at the Sunport pool, and a bunch of these kids walked in, and Pastor Shaun was showering, as he always showers, and he's just, Pastor Shaun with his shirt off is like, it doesn't really look any different than Pastor Shaun with his shirt on. And these kids were like marveling at just the coat of hair that he has on his back and chest. And he just kind of takes it all in stride, but definitely funny times on Extreme Teams.